Millions of years ago, long before cities, civilizations, or even written words existed, Earth was home to a very different kind of human. These were the prehistoric people, early hominids who lived in wild forests, cold mountains, and vast open plains. Their world was full of danger and wonder. There were no houses, no tools made of metal, and no fire at first. They had only stones, sticks, and their courage to survive. Life in that ancient world was harsh. Every day was a struggle between life and death. Food was not easy to find. These early humans hunted wild animals and gathered fruits, roots, and plants from the forests. Sometimes, they went days without food, relying on their strength and teamwork to survive. Fire had not yet been discovered, so nights were dark and full of fear. The sound of roaring beasts echoed through the forests, and survival depended on staying hidden and quiet. Over time, humans began to learn. They watched nature closely and copied it. They learned how to sharpen stones into weapons and tools. They hunted in groups, learned to communicate using gestures and sounds, and began to form small communities. These were the first signs of human intelligence, the first spark of what would one day become civilization. But with progress came loss. Many early groups of humans disappeared forever. They faced freezing ice ages, where the entire world was covered in snow and food became almost impossible to find. Some were wiped out by diseases or natural disasters like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Others were hunted by animals much stronger than them, saber-toothed cats, giant bears, and enormous mammoths that ruled the ancient world. The discovery of fire changed everything. One small flame brought warmth, safety, and hope. Fire gave them light in the darkness, protection from wild beasts, and the ability to cook food. It was one of the most powerful discoveries in human history. Slowly, early humans began to spread across the earth. From Africa to Asia, Europe, and beyond. They built shelters from wood, bones, and animal skins. They created tools, painted on cave walls, and began to tell stories through symbols. These paintings, still found in ancient caves today, are like windows into their lost world, a world where every hunt was a battle and every sunrise was a victory. But even as they learned and evolved, many tribes vanished. Some couldn't adapt to changing climates, others lost their lives in battles for territory and resources. The Neanderthals, once strong and smart, eventually disappeared, leaving behind only traces of their existence. The Homo sapiens, modern humans, survived and carried their legacy forward. The losses of prehistoric people were not just physical. They lost entire ways of life. The wild freedom of living with nature slowly faded as survival demanded adaptation. Yet, every struggle, every loss, and every small discovery built the foundation for the modern world we live in today. When we look back millions of years, we see that the story of humans is not just about survival, it's about learning, adapting, and growing despite every challenge. From the first spark of fire to the rise of civilizations, it all began with those brave prehistoric humans who dared to live in a world full of danger. Their footprints may have faded, but their spirit lives in us. Every invention, every discovery, and every dream we chase is a continuation of their journey. They may have vanished into time, but their story still burns like the first flame they created, eternal and powerful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to USA Stone 101 Story.